Hi! If you are new here, then we welcome you to 5 Best List. In this channel, we feature only the best and the latest everything that has to offer. To save your time and make your purchase decision easier, in this video, we picked only the best items for you. We tested many of them before making this list. Check the description below for the product links and updated prices. So, let's get started.
Number 1 in our list is Wilton Large Nonstick Loaf Pan. Wilton is a well-known name for bakeware. This popular pan is an excellent illustration of why it does its job well and comes at an incredible cost. Durso has called this Wilton Perfect Results pan her preferred. The sturdy loaf pan is made of carbon steel, which gives it sufficient heft and strength to resist warping, and providing an even heat distribution which resulted in beautifully brown and evenly baked cakes when she tested them. The pan is reinforced with a non-stick surface, which provided the perfect foundation. Using a bit of baking spray, our cakes popped out easily and effortlessly once the pan had cooled. Because of the non-stick coating, we could make the work for cleaning the pan minimal. There was no trace of crumbs on the surface, so a bit of detergent and warm water is all we needed to keep the pan spotless. The design is well thought out. It was among the few non-stick classic pans that we tested that came with handles. This is why it was the most comfortable to hold and move to and from the oven using oven mitts. Furthermore, this pan is slightly bigger than the traditional loaf pan, making it possible to bake an additional 25% of loaf.
Baking sheets that will hold up day after day, like our Wilton Perfect Results Premium Nonstick Bakeware. The sturdy, cold-rolled steel and durable premium nonstick coating promote even baking. The oversized handles make them easy to grab and move around the kitchen, even while wearing oven mitts. The nonstick coating also keeps food from sticking, so your baked goods slide right off. Cakes, muffins, and cookies stay intact and not on the pan. And the best part is, all of our Perfect Results pans are dishwasher safe, so they're easy to clean. Durable, dependable, and easy to clean, our Wilton Perfect Results Premium.
Number 2 in this best bread loaf pan list is USA Pan Bakeware Pullman Loaf Pan. If you've ever thought about how to create an ideal loaf of bread for sandwiches, cooking your loaf in a loaf pan that is a Pullman is just half the task. It's a loaf pan that has squared width and height dimensions as well as straight sides, and the most important part, the lid. When the lid is on, the bread inside will only rise up to its top, which makes an easier crumb and moist, tender bread as less moisture is released during bake. To test what the pan did in our test, we made the basic white Pullman loaf recipe. The bread turned out gorgeously golden brown across all 4 sides. It was perfectly square due to the lid's secureness. It is advertised to be non-stick, and even though the loaf slide out without sticking, it required an ample amount in baking spray. There were 2 issues with this pan. The top was very difficult to remove off and put back in. It was not a major problem in the event that it was not empty, but it did make getting the loaf out of the oven very difficult. It also took an extra effort in cleaning. Since it is a grooved design, there are times when crumbs remain on the sides and the bottom even after a good grease. Our third pick is Trudeau Silicone Loaf Pan. Silicone bakeware is very popular across Europe. It has been in use over the years, specifically for molds and pans that are made for special occasions in the same way that traditional metal counterparts require flouring and grease. Made of food-grade silicone, the Trudeau Loaf Pan the perfect choice for those looking for an easy-to-clean, lightweight pan that doesn't require any additional procedures to clean the surfaces to be used. When tested, this loaf pan performed well against its ceramic and steel counterparts. It made beautiful cakes with an elongated top with very little cracking. This pan was cool temperature within minutes of removing it from its oven, and in just 10 minutes we were able to turn the pan upside down and then remove the cake with no difficulty. It also is resistant from thermal shock, which makes it possible to switch from freezer to oven and back too. Although it is true that the Trudeau pan is more robust and more durable than the others we've tried, however, it did crack slightly when it was put on the wire rack of the oven. It doesn't require an oven sheet in the event that you are able to position it properly, however it will require some more care and attention when putting on the baking rack. The handles are large enough, however, making moving it and correctly positioning it effortless. Fourth pick in our best bread loaf pan list is Chicago Metallic Commercial Loaf Pan. This Chicago metallic non-stick healthy meatloaf set is an absolute game changer in creating meatloaf. Made of aluminized stainless steel, it is a combination of a pan and a perforated insert to keep the loaf in a higher position and lets extra fat to drain during baking. This makes it easy to serve and remove your favorite meatloaf without making a mess. Simply lift the loaf from the pan and transfer it onto a plate to cut. In the course of testing, we created the beef meatloaf and the vanilla pound cake partially to see how versatile the pan is and to compare apples to apples how the cake pan performed. The pan scored top marks across all aspects. The meatloaf as well as the cake baked evenly with the help of an insert that made them simple to remove them both with minimal effort and with minimal mess. The insert comes with handles, so that our test subject could reach them to lift it off. However, when baking the cake they had to take extra care to ensure the sides were properly greased so that the cake could let enough air out to avoid breaking or falling apart. This isn't really the purpose of the pan to be used for, but it could make use of it sans the insert, if are looking to alternate between baking loaf cakes and meatloaf. Last in this list is Le Creuset Heritage Loaf Pan. The name Le Creuset might be best recognized for its vivid enameled Dutch ovens, however its stoneware collection is also extremely efficient. Bonus points to the gorgeous splash of color it will bring to the kitchen. Le Creuset's Heritage Loaf Pan, made of stoneware that has been fired to high temperatures, is an excellent choice for your collection of bakeware and comes in a variety of shades and looks stunning and stylish. Because of its tough enamel glaze finish, it can be resistant to odors, stains and scratches, and is easily cleaned. It's safe to use in the freezer, oven and microwave. It can withstand temperatures of up 500 degrees Fahrenheit. In our test, this Heritage Loaf Pan lived up to the standard set by its Le Creuset name. The cakes rose evenly, showed gorgeous browning on their sides and the tops, and did not crack more on top when baking. With just a bit of baking spray, the cakes were able to slide into the oven, without any sticking, and cleanup was simple, too. The drawback for the stoneware dish is it's much heavier than non-stick and steel pans, particularly when it was filled with a more dense batter like the one found in banana bread. The vintage-inspired design features stylish handles which make it easy to hold to transport the cake away from oven.